So what's up, everybody? You know what it is today? That's right, New Year's Eve, and I'm here to talk about some stuff. So, today I'm here to talk about why I don't want to celebrate New Year's no more. Now, I feel like, I want to do more uncut, unedited video, so that's what we're doing today. So, I don't want to celebrate New Year's anymore. For the past 2 years, I think that things have been getting a lot worse. We said goodbye and good riddance to 2018 for a reason, and to be honest, this year hasn't been much better, so, Now, I know, some people might be thinking, but it might be a good year next year. Why don't you want to celebrate that? Well, we already know that Trump is probably going to get reelected. So, and if you think it's not, the Democrats haven't had a good campaign so far. And if you think he's not, unless there's some kind of stroke of good luck or something, it ain't gonna happen. Since the people who think it's gonna happen are probably the same people who thought when he was impeached he was actually out for a good. But I don't know. It's just in light of New Year's and stuff, I've just not been really feeling it the past 2 years. Even last year in 2018, I just wasn't really feeling it. And I feel like, I'm not feeling it again this year because, let's think about what happened this year really, because for me, I'm going to talk about a few of the things in the world, but I'm also going to talk about myself a little bit because this year has also been a little bit rough for me as well. Not to say 2018 wasn't, but I think this year was definitely more so. So, let's start out Trump almost started 2 wars. There was that thing with Iran and all that. YouTube is just getting more and more messed up. They had that terrible rewind this year, and they also had that change for COPPA, which is coming into effect tomorrow. So that's nuts. And then, climate change has been a really big thing, and it's actually been getting really bad. Australia is so hot, there's all this stuff happening, and, that's definitely getting worse. And in my own life, people that I've trusted and known for a long time, been good friends with, I've been having issues with them, and people have been hating on me and stuff, so, it's been a rough year, and, don't know what next year is going to bring, and that's why I don't want to celebrate, because it just seems like since 2018, things have just been getting worse and worse and worse, and I don't think they're going to get any better. It's like celebrating a downward spiral. It's like, oh look, our house is burning down with all of our belongings. No. So, that's just how I feel about it. And I don't know what to say, really, because I just don't feel like celebrating it anymore. I don't feel like celebrating this downward spiral that's just continuing. Because, it's been a pretty bad year this year, and then last year, it was rough as well. And as I said, that's the reason we all said goodbye and good riddance. But this year hasn't been too good as well. But what's really going to get better is the question, because social media, the internet, YouTube is all going downhill. This climate change stuff is really moving. And then all this political stuff is happening. So what's realistically gonna get better? What's realistically gonna get better? Because I don't know. I don't know what's realistically gonna be able to get better from this year. And I just feel like it's just gonna be going downhill more and more. And it's unfortunate, but that's just why I don't feel like celebrating New Year's no more. I don't feel like celebrating this constant downward trend of things just getting worse and worse. And at the time, 2016, 2015, all these years before, I was really into it. I love celebrating New Year's, watching the things from Times Square, But now I'm just not feeling it anymore, just because things have been getting so rough. And for me, in 2020, I said, some of the politics stuff, but even for me, I feel like I'm going to be in a bad position in 2020 because there's some pretty big things coming up in my life, and I don't know what I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do, and I don't know what's going to happen with the people I know and stuff that I got into that conflict with, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how this year is going to be better. So, in conclusion, because of all these political changes, Trump probably getting reelected, possible World War III, climate change maybe destroying us all, it's not going to get any better. And since 2019 was such a bad year, since 2018 was such a bad year, I don't think 2020 is going to be that good either. So that's why I don't feel like celebrating New Year's no more. Scratch that, I said uncut, unedited, but I need to continue a little bit. So I guess when I said 2018, I kind of skipped over it because like couldn't think of a lot. But yeah, it's true. I can't think of a lot of the stuff that happened on the outside, but I think a lot of the stuff happened inside my life. One thing was I like in the beginning of the year, I wasn't really improving as a person. I was just staying the same, doing the same things, and just being the same idiot throughout the whole year. And that was not good. But once I started to get into, you know, the later part of the year, I did start to improve myself, which I'm happy about, but you know, it still like for probably the whole first half of the year, I was still acting like an idiot, and that wasn't good, and just, you know, like that was 2018 for me. Like I just didn't change. I did a lot of stupid stuff, I think I continued to do it, and I didn't really improve myself until later in the year, which really makes me feel bad, you know, that I was just acting the same way for a whole half of a year. And you know, because I think, you know, when I look at 2018 me and I look at 2019 me, we're totally different people. And I'm not saying one is better or worse, but I'm definitely saying that 2018 me was definitely not as good, improved, and just kept doing the same stuff that I do in years previous and not really improving myself, which is unfortunate. But you know, 2019, I didn't really go into so much, like I kind of skimmed over as well. The conflicts I had, you know, I've had conflicts with my friends. People in my life have been, you know, saying shit to me. I don't know why they have, but I don't know. It feels just like as bad as it was 4 years ago, right? No, not 4 years ago, 3 years ago for me. And you know, I feel like it's just see, I'm getting stressed out. I feel like it's just, you know, not really feeling good about next year, and you know, I don't feel like, you know, celebrating this downward spiral no more, because that's what it is. It just seems like since last year it's been on a downward spiral, and I don't understand, you know, where we're gonna go from here, because like there is good stuff that can happen, but really when you think of it realistically, what good stuff is gonna happen? Like what good stuff, just since things have been getting worse for the last 2 years? I don't know, but you know, I know that 2018 was a bad year, and I know that 2019 was a pretty rough year. So, what are we going to do in 2020? I don't know. Since it seems like Trump is getting reelected, stuff like that. We're off to a pretty good start, you know? We're off to a pretty good start for what might happen, and it's unfortunate. So, let's see how much worse YouTube gets. Let's see what happens politically. Let's see what happens with climate change stuff. Let's see what happens with all this other stuff on the internet, in the world, in my life, in your life, and everything. Like how much worse is it gonna get? Let's see. Let's see. Conclusion, I don't want to celebrate New Year's. Might watch the stuff from Times Square. Don't know if I'm gonna be into it tonight. Yeah. Just don't know if I'm really gonna celebrate New Year's anymore, man. That's all I can say. Peace.